In the last few episodes, we continue to make our way back to the US, stopping in Puerto Rico and Luperon in the Dominican Republic. We also pick up our latest member of the team, our buddy Tan, who's going to sail with us to the Bahamas. In this episode, we sailed 30 hours over to Mayaguana. From there, we feed sharks and explore Georgetown before setting off to the Exumas. It's almost 6 a.m. Time to leave Luperon, head north to the Bahamas. It's not pretty, but this is what the boat looks like after being at sea for more than 24 hours. Well, Tan, we are officially in the Bahama chain. How'd it go?
It went really well. You know, we came across some summer thunderstorms, but we sailed right through them. No lightning hit the boat. That was fine. We probably had about an average of 2 to 3 foot swells most of the sail, but the wind's been good. We've been achieving our desired boat speed, and it looks like we will be there with plenty of daylight to anchor out.
So Tan doesn't know any better. It was the roughest we've had, which wasn't so bad, but it was kind of terrifying. Between midnight and 4 a.m. we were surrounded by lightning storms. No real rain, but lightning everywhere, which was terrifying. We are now in the Bahamas, but it is just a cloudy mess. Of course, we have no footage from last night because it was too scary to take any. But we're good. We're just a couple hours out. Will is asleep because he didn't get much sleep last night.
Good. It's the last long passage that we've got for the rest of this trip. We're done.
We're in the Bahamas.
Yeah, no kidding.
How do you feel about being in the Bahamas?
It's anticlimactic. I don't know, I've been thinking about it for so many years. It's kind of weird to actually be here. Bahamas!
We're gonna go brave the elements, check in, and pay our $300 fine to the Bahamas for a cruising permit.
After traveling around Caribbean islands for the last 7 or 8 months where everything's really volcanic and dramatic, it was kind of underwhelming to show up in Mayaguana. The water's beautiful, but there is nothing on land. Hardly any civilization, a handful of trees, a little bit of scrubby brush, but there's not a lot to look at. And we knew that coming into the Bahamas, but still it was underwhelming is the best way to put it, the nicest way to put it.
The sun has finally come out. We're at the northernmost point here in Mayaguana. As you can see, it is empty. Mayaguana is a beautiful, secluded island, but there's not much going on. We spent the first week island hopping, but since the distances are quite large, somewhere between 30 and 50 miles, that made for pretty long day sails. 6 a.m., beautiful morning. We're off to 45 miles of sailing and another Bahama island. Will was also determined to spear a big fish.
So we're gonna go spear fishing off Great Exuma, and we're after a big grouper, a big snapper. I'm not shooting at anything less than like that. I got a tip from the nomadtrip.com where he uses reflecty devices to drop and catch the attention of fish that he wants to bring in close. So bringing a CD, if I see anything that looks tasty, might try giving this a drop down and seeing if we can bring them in close and hit them with the spear.
Why are you doing that instead of the skipjack tuna we caught yesterday for chumming?
Because I'm not fully confident around sharks yet. I'd like to go out with somebody that knows a little bit more about how to deal with close-in sharks before I start bringing them in myself.
I like how that's Will's excuse, that he's not comfortable with close-in sharks, whereas I'm like, nope, if we're going in the water, I don't want bloody fish around me attracting the sharks.
Well, I disagree. Like, I accept that sharks are going to be part of it, but I just haven't dealt with it, so I'd like to understand it a little bit more and how to deal with them before I make a habit of chumming the water.
Given that they're already hanging out next to our hole, I'm not sure if it's a good idea.
Since there wasn't much to do on land, each night we had to get creative. And that meant baiting the sharks.
We are about to tie some fish to a line, hang it overboard, and feed a shark. All right, that's all yours, man.
Often it wasn't successful, and they just sort of circled and prevented us from going swimming, but a couple of times we got a pretty good show.
And he's got another one.
Oh, this one's bigger. I need more drag. It's still a ways out there.
Oh, the shark's got it. Oh, he's bleeding. The shark bit him. Oh,
There's a big
nice one.
Get him. I can't get him up.
Tan's on like 3 or 4 horseye jacks hooked on now. He's attracted at least one nurse shark. We've got as much as we can eat, but we really want to see a shark up close, so let's see what happens. Tan, bring us a big one. And don't hook my canvas.
All right,
God, got another one. All right, bring the shark in and fight it.
Where you going? There it is.
There it is.
Oh, drag up, drag up. Bring it up there. Oh, he got it. He got it. And he took your lure.
That's fine. Yeah, of course I took the lure. He's a fucking shark. We're tying a fish head on a piece of line. No hook. Just to see if we can bring up that shark again. You're stuffing a head or a tail inside the mouth.
Yep.
It's quite a
Come
bait
on,
ball.
Sharky.
Bring that up close. Let's see what you got there. I mean, if a shark doesn't like that, what's he gonna like? I got it.
All right.
about to enter Georgetown. They call it Chicken Island because this is the last place south that some people who travel from the East Coast get to, because from here on it's a lot of windward slugs. We went the opposite way though, so we've been downwind the whole way since the DR.
People, particularly the kind of cruisers that want the really remote experience, hate on Georgetown. I don't know why, but they do. Now that we're here, this is by far the coolest place we've been in the Bahamas. There's probably 50 anchorages all within a mile.
Where are we?
Stocking Island on the Atlantic Ocean side.
Not bad, eh?
Better than Mayaguana.
Yeah, it is. In our next episode, we continue up the Bahama chain and hit the beautiful Exumas. You wanna know what all the fuss is about the Bahamas? Well, this is it.
Struggle and strives, so I'm going to move away to the home of the best in that land of sweet rest. So I'm going to move someday, Lord of mercy.